Corey Holcomb has been an underground sensation for quite some time now. He's been a bulldog as a comedian. Highly respected, well known, feared. Most people know not to really say anything smart or go after Corey Holcomb because he can hold his own. He chooses not to be part of the Hollywood scene, and he often calls out the backdoor crew and said that he doesn't want to be a part of that mainstream media, the movies, the men wearing a dress. He's as an insider, a guy that's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's been calling these guys out and saying that they'll never make me a part of that mainstream. He's been critical of many different people, the Steve Harveys and people of that ilk with those comedians within the system, right? But now, with Katt Williams coming out and Katt Williams saying the things that he's been saying, really just like dropping bombs over Baghdad on people. Corey Holcomb now has come out. He set his sights on Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle in some type of small venue concert with D. Ray Davis, he sort of took shots at Katt Williams, saying he loved Katt Williams, but said he disagreed, explained how he disagreed with Katt Williams going on to the state, going on to Club Shay Shay and outing everybody, but not outing these white comedians. So he was going in and, just speaking his opinion, which I strongly disagree with, but it was his opinion nonetheless. But now Corey Holcomb heard that. And Corey Holcomb took umbrage with a lot of things that Dave Chappelle has said. And because he understands the things that we don't as a comedian, he knows the backdoor conversations and all these things. Corey Holcomb has some things to say. So let's check out what Corey Holcomb had to say, and then we'll come right back.
Something I was very hesitant to do. I talked to the crew before they came on because I wanted to let them know I had something to say about something that I noticed in the game with one of our television and movie heroes. And I can't hold back no more. Not this Monday. Last Monday, I was at the Improv. And at the Improv in Hollywood, sometimes big name acts pop through.
Man.
Last week, my brother, Dave Chappelle, popped through. And he went on stage. And, yo, I have done my best to try and keep my opinion to myself, but there's a reason I'm bringing out my opinion right now, because Mr. Katt Williams has ignited energy into the comedy community that I feel is absolutely necessary. And those who think differently, you entitled to your opinion. But Katt Williams, whether it be all true or not and have some false or whatever, he shook this game up. And I feel like it needed to be shook up because we some scary motherfuckers, man. But my nut's too big to just be quiet forever about shit that I see in this comedy game that must be spoken on.
God!
I can't be quiet no more. My Dave Chappelle be bombing like a mother. I'm just keeping it real, dog. I have watched, whenever they say, hey, everybody, guess what? Special guest, Dave Chappelle. I'll be like, damn. It's finna be hot garbage for at least an hour, maybe two. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not trying to shit on the brother, but he needs to understand you throwing your weight around too much, man. Standing up there smoking with them irregular shirts on, bombing all the time. Dave Chappelle is absolutely great in movies. Great. I didn't say good. I said great. The mother Nutty Professor, them scenes where he was in them movies with Martin, When Dave Chappelle is in a movie, man, Dave Chappelle kill that shit. We was talking about it before we came on. The Chappelle show was so good and entertaining. The Chappelle show, they were selling it in the barbershops. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
They were selling the TV show in the barbershops. Give Dave Chappelle his flowers, but stand up. God damn. This man has so much power because of what he's done in movies and TV that he can go in any comedy club. They're going to put him up because he's Dave Chappelle. And I promise you, this man is about to do a say no to comedy speech for as long as he up there. It's just nobody has the courage to say nothing because it's Dave Chappelle. But Dave Chappelle be bombing like a mother. Now, I've watched Dave Chappelle specials. Out of every 5 specials, 2 of them are good.
This is very interesting because to me, this is a discussion between 2 highly respected comedians. One more mainstream, which would be Dave Chappelle, and one would be more underground, which would be Cory Holcomb. Both of them very funny, but from a comedic perspective, Cory Holcomb is saying that he's not a comedian. He tells stories. He goes up there, he tells stories. He doesn't put the effort into the comedic value that a comedian would do it from a comedian's perspective. And for a long time, he may have wanted to say something, but he didn't want to sound like he was a hater because Dave Chappelle had become the national darling. He the only one that can go and say something about the small hat crew. He can say something about those people where we know back in 2005, he was a pariah because he didn't want to sign that contract, and he ran to Africa and they was destroying him in the media. But all of a sudden he came back, he was a darling. He and like he said, he doesn't put the effort into the music. So into the stage performances. So why would you go and speak out against a Katt Williams, a brother that is putting in the effort, that is doing the tours, that's calling out the machine, that's speaking out against the people that's supporting the stuff? Why would you even have an opinion on that when you Dave Chappelle and you have a nonchalant attitude that you don't even care? Basically, in all but so many words, who are you working for? You was down at one time, you left, you came back, and now when you come back, you're a darling now. Who you working for? What's your issue with Katt? Where D-Ray is telling you he disagree, and D-Ray is saying this is what it is, but you have this perspective. Why? You didn't have this perspective when you didn't want to sign that $54 million deal, and you ran off to Africa. You understood everything Katt Williams was saying back then. Now all of a sudden, Katt Williams is wrong. Now all of a sudden, he only calls out the black comedians. Well, he's speaking about what the black comedians do in the black perspective. We already know a lot of things that the dominant society has done. We learned that from you, Dave. We know what the dominant society does to a lot of black artists. We saw what they did to you, Dave. You was already the model for it. We saw it already. So what the other comedians, what these guys, D-Ray Davis and Cory Holcomb, is asking is, why do you have an opinion now? Why do you have to get the stage now to run an interference on using your stardom to run interference on Katt Williams, where now it's backfired on you? Because now black folks that looked at you in a certain way is looking at you side-eyed now. Uh-oh, you didn't came back. Oh, is the reason why them folks is letting you talk about them the way that they do? Because you're in their pocket, Dave. There's a lot of things I can say about Dave from my perspective, but I won't because I don't want to get attacked by my own people. But, you can look at Dave talking a lot of black stuff, but just look into his bio. See where he lives. See who he lays with. All that kind of stuff. Talk that black stuff, but you don't love us that much. But, I digress. I'll leave it there. But there's a reason why Dave is in the position that he's in to be able to speak the way that he speaks. I'll put it that way. I'll cut this short here and leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.